What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Patrick here. Moving on to the next example. So here we have to find the value of m in this equation here, 5x squared minus 6x plus 3m is equal to 7. So that equation there's going to be three scenarios: 2 roots, 1 root, and no roots. And instead of roots, it could also say solutions, right? So 2 solutions, 1 solution, no solutions. And notice that this is a quadratic equation. We got this x squared here. And just in general, if you remember, if I have a quadratic, ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, like this, if the discriminant b squared minus 4ac is going to be greater than 0, then I know I'm going to have 2 roots, right? If the discriminant is going to equal 0, I know I'm going to have 1 root. And if the discriminant is less than 0, if it's negative, then remember, this is the part under the quadratic formula under the square root. So if I'm square rooting a negative, there's not going to be any solution for that. So what we want to do is we want to take our specific equation and see what's the a value going to be, get the coefficients, the a value, the b value, the c value. So if I take this, now notice that in the quadratic equation I just had written down, there has to be a 0 on the right side. So I'm going to bring the 7 over, and so I would have 5x squared minus 6x plus 3m minus 7 is equal to 0, like that. And so from here, it's clear to see, okay, our a value is 5, our b value is negative 6 right here, and then our c value, which is the constant, it's this entire expression, 3m minus 7, right? Because m is just going to be a constant. 3 times a constant minus 7 is just a constant itself, right? There's no variables here, and so you would represent c as that entire expression here. And so from here, now that we have our a value, b value, c value, we just have to plug it into these different inequalities here and basically solve for the m value, right? So this first one here, let's maybe do it in different colors. So we'll have negative 6 squared minus 4 times 5, and then the c value, you got to put in brackets, 3m minus 7 is greater than 0. Like that, right? And so from here, you just basically have to isolate for this m value. So we would have, what, 36 minus 60m plus 140 is greater than 0. I'm going to bring the 60m over, so we'll have 176 is greater than 60m. Divide both sides by 60, so you have 176 over 60. And then you can divide the 176 and the 60 by 4, right? So you would end up with 44 over 15, like that. So it's when m is less than 44 over 15. We could have also kept the negative 60 here and brought the 36 and the 140 over. But then when you divide by a negative value to get the m by itself, you got to remember to flip the sign. So I like to bring over the expression with the variable where it's going to be positive, where I don't have to worry about that. Right? So basically, for part A, if m is any number less than 44 over 15, right? Another way you could kind of write this, if you want to put the variable on the left side, it'd be m is less than 44 over 15, right? Both of these are the same. So if m is less than 44 over 15 in this equation, then there's going to be 2 solutions. Right? There's going to be 2 roots to that equation. Now over here, for this one, well, we would actually set it up the same way, and it would be the same algebra. So let me just write it out. But now instead of making it greater than 0, we're finding out when it's going to equal 0. Okay, and if you do all the algebra here, like we did here, it's the exact same algebra, except it's going to be an equal sign. You're going to get m is equal to 44 over 15. So if m is going to equal 44 over 15, then there's going to be 1 root or 1 solution, right? And then finally, part C, same thing. You're going to set it up, and it's going to be negative 6 squared minus 4 times 5 times 3m minus 7 is less than 0. And when you would isolate for the m, you would end up with 44 over 15. And it's going to be when it's greater than that number, right? It's basically the same algebra except the sign is flipped over. So if m is greater than 44 over 15, there's going to be no roots. All right, so these are the 3 solutions for these 3 different scenarios. And that's a wrap for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you want to see more videos like this, please go to my website, allthingsmathematics.com. Over there, all of the videos are organized by chapter, by section. If you feel like you need tutoring at any point, you could also hit me up. My contact details are on the website. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.